Haha. Wow. Whoa. Can't see, can't see. Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh, boy. And just like that, we are back with some more BeamNG.Drive. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 0.39 update that was released a couple weeks ago. I have not had the chance to hop on the game at all since the update was released, and supposedly it brought some pretty big changes, so that's what we're going to be checking out in today's video. The first change that we have is this vehicle right here. This, I believe, is called the Sherrier Ardente. I believe it's a French car, so it would be the Sherrier Ardente. And you got a pretty cool looking body style here. Kind of got some Audi TT, baby R8 vibes going on. A little bit of Peugeot, maybe. Definitely a mixed match of cars, but I would say it's a pretty cool looking coupe here. Got a couple different variations of it that we're going to be trying out over on Italy today. And as I said, I have not had the chance to play the game since this big update was released. And I don't really know most of the changes that they made to the game. So we're just going to be playing around with it, and I'm going to see what I notice that's different with the game. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it with this variant. We're going to go ahead and use a couple different variants of this car and see what we can do with modifying it as well. Now, as far as I can tell, I think this model is front wheel drive. It is also manual, and I believe this has a 4-cylinder, but there's a handful of different models that we're going to mess around with different configurations, so let's get right into it. Very nice, cool looking interior here. Nothing too crazy, but it's pretty clean. I like the outside of this car though. It actually sounds pretty good. It kind of sounds like an Audi. Now with this update, this is the first time that I can remember that we've gotten a new base car in the game in quite some time, actually. At least one that's interesting. They had some here and there, but none sports cars usually, so definitely am excited to try this out a little bit more. See, this guy wants to race us. And that silver kind of looks good. Oh. Well, there you have our first change. I know they made some updates to the NPCs, and it looks like now they honk at you when you're coming at them, which is kind of funny. I quite like the sound of this car. It gives some Audi vibes off. Brakes are not the best. Oh my goodness. It's been a while since I've been on the wheel. Hooks up nicely, pretty good power. All in all, I'm going to give this variation a 7.5 out of 10 on drive. And we'll give it a... Honestly, I like the way this looks. This looks really cool. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 on the looks. And let's hop straight into the next variant here. So they changed the entire menu around, which is quite interesting. How exactly do I get to my mods now? Question mark. Vehicle selector, there we go. Alright, now this is more like it. This is the track variant of the car. You can see we got some nice aero, pretty cool looking rear end and exhaust. I'm getting heavy Civic Type R vibes from the front of this, but then it's a coupe. This is a pretty cool looking car, I cannot even lie. This one, the last one we were using was a turbo 5-cylinder, I believe, which definitely is why it sounded like an Audi. And that one was all-wheel drive. I don't know if this one is front wheel or rear wheel. Let's find out. Okay. This one is evidently a 4-cylinder. This definitely feels like front-wheel drive to me. I'm so used to the NPCs not even reacting when you are coming at them, and the honking is just throwing me off so much. I think we're gonna have to test out how the cops are updated now, so we get a feel for this car. Yeah, this is literally like a wide body Civic Type R coupe. It is exactly what this looks like to me, and it is very sick. I love what they did with this. You can definitely hear how this one sounds different than the other one with the black insulation. Now we're talking, we're starting to get warmed up here. I've only been driving rear-wheel drive I've only been driving rear-wheel drive cars in all my videos, really, I think. So this is definitely a change, but this is not bad at all. I actually like this a lot. Wow, this has awesome grip. I feel rusty to... Oh no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was that about? Hey, come back here. Put it in reverse, Terry. Do you have a problem with me, bro? That seemed like a very intentional ram in the back. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, give me your insurance, motherfucker. Yeah. Wow, this drives really good. This is one of the best cars I've ever had into the game, period. The mods are really cool and they're fun to use, but the physics of the cars that are put in the game by the developers are just obviously better. And it's really fun to just mess around with cars like this. This is making me want a Civic Type R. Okay. Excuse me, sir. This is like the perfect amount of power. It's not too fast. You can ring it out, you can use it all the way. My heel toe is not up to par. I'm so lazy, I just use rev match all the time in my new car. Plus the rev matching is awesome, I love it. Something about if you can shift and not do whatever the heck I just did. Something about heel toe downshifting. Wow, this is brutal. Here we have one final variation before we go ahead and mess around with the tuning on this car. This is basically a straight up race car version, as you can maybe see. So let's see how this drives. This one is sequential. Oh wow. Okay, this is quite a bit different than the other ones. Wow. Oh boy. Okay. So definitely front wheel drive. Man, those shifts are brutal. Wow. Oh lord. Oh. Okay, this thing is pretty sick. Oh my god. You can just feel it spinning. I'm really not used to driving front-wheel drive cars. I think this is the first proper front-wheel drive car that I've driven ever in this game. Wow. You can actually feel it in the wheel. The torque steer. Oh boy. Braking is a lot different on these cars. The rear gets very squirrely under braking. I really like the way this drives. A lot of feedback. Whoa. Very playful. Use the brake to rotate it. Can't see. Okay. That actually sounds pretty sick. The torque steer with the front wheel drive is actually kind of insane. Thought we could make it. We could in fact not make it. This feels so wildly different than anything I've driven in this game before because of the front wheel drive. Whoa. Okay. That one. This thing feels like a Honda Civic in comparison to that last car. Yeah, I guess it literally is. This thing drives exactly what I would imagine a modified Type R feels like, essentially. Had the opportunity to ride an Integra Type S pretty recently, about a month ago. My dad was looking for different cars, and I must say it's quite a nice car for the money. I'm not a huge fan of how the Type R looks, and I think the Type S looks pretty sick, to be honest. I think with some modifications, you have a pretty sick daily driver right there for not that much money. Granted, you like front wheel drive. Personally, don't think that there's a better front wheel drive option on the market. If I were to live somewhere where rear wheel drive isn't necessarily an option, I think I would 100,000% consider an Integra Type S as my daily driver. But at the end of the day, front-wheel drive cars are front-wheel drive cars, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I actually think it is quite a fun and unique experience, but rear-wheel drive sports cars are very hard to beat. This is the perfect amount of power and setup to enjoy on the street. Can row gears, can go flat out, almost spin out and crash from liftoff oversteer, and just have fun with the car, man. Not everything has to be 1,000 horsepower to be enjoyable. I've definitely come to learn that. Now, with that being said, I think there's a sweet spot. Obviously, power to weight, but I think you should at least have, depending on the weight, somewhere between 350 and 450 horsepower is a really good sweet spot for most street cars. You can easily get the Type R there with tuning. I don't know exactly what the stock is. It's low 300s. So I do actually stand corrected. I said earlier in the video you couldn't modify anything with the engine or the tuning on this, and that is not true. I just went to change this variant to a manual transmission instead of sequential, and I found that you can in fact change things with the engine. So, big plus there. This thing pretty much already has literally everything to the max, so this is about the max you can get. This is the 2-liter 4-cylinder, and there's also a 2.5-liter 5-cylinder. I personally think this is literally a Type R coupe, so 4-cylinder is the way. And with that, we also have nitrous. I'm going to go ahead and row some gears in this. Maybe. This is what I'm talking about. Whoa! Liftoff oversteer is definitely present. This car, once you learn this is very, very nice to drive. Very direct. Feel what's happening. Awesome feedback. Good power. Just a great front-wheel drive experience right here. feel the grip and the shift of weight through the wheel with this car, and it is absolutely superb. Wow. This car, once you get comfortable with it, this thing has crazy high limits. I mean, it's just eating this road up. But it's not so fast for a race car, so much grip. It's not so fast for a race car where it's just unusable, and it's not so much grip where it's just easy to drive. This thing is honestly one of the best cars that I've driven in this game. I know I say that every video if you guys watch the other videos, but this is really, really fun. Is this even a road? Oh my gosh, we just went on a dirt road. On slicks. Oh, I guess we'll test the versatility out here. Okay, yeah. Alright guys, well I think I'm going to leave this video here with this beautiful view of the Italy countryside. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you think about this car, the new BeamNG update. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.